Okay, so for problem 5, we are to analyze the effects of accepting the special sales order. So for the first question, what is the effect to Kakarot's income if the special sales is accepted? So para makompute yon, kailangan nating kunin yung contribution margin from the special sales. So you can obtain the contribution margin per unit by deducting the variable cost per unit of 1 peso and 20 centavos from the special sales price per unit of 1 pesos and 80 centavos. So you'll have 60 centavo or 60 centavos of contribution margin per unit of special sales. So you multiply that to the number of units in the special sales. So you'll get 960 pesos of additional profit if the special sales order is accepted. So that's your requirement number one. Now, let's have requirement number two, which is actually just a continuation of the analysis of your requirement number one. So for requirement number two, it says the managers believe they will lose some sales at its regular price if they accept the special order. Calculate the number of regular sales in units the company could lose before the special sales becomes unprofitable. So, our starting point is yung amount ng dagdag na income na mapapala natin if we accept the special sales, which we computed in requirement number 1 as 960 pesos. Now, para malaman ilang units yung maximum na pwedeng mawala sa regular sales bago natin i-reject yung special sales dahil unprofitable na siya, ang starting point natin is magkano ba yung tinutubo natin per unit sa regular sales. So, we can compute that by deducting the variable cost per unit of 1 peso and 20 centavos from the regular selling price of 2 pesos and 50 centavos. So, ibig sabihin, tumutubo tayo ng 1 peso and 30 centavos sa bawat regular sale. So, i-divide natin yung 960 pesos na tubo sa special sales, i-divide natin yan sa 1 pesos and 30 centavos na tubo sa bawat regular sale, no, per unit yon, makukuha natin is 738.46. So, yan yung maximum number of regular sales na kaya nating sikmuraing mawala para lang i-accept yung special sales. So, pag mag-exceed dyan sa 738.46 units, yung mawawala dahil lang, yung mawawalang regular sale dahil lang sa pag-accept doon sa special sales, then that means lugi na tayo doon sa special sales, so dapat na siyang i-reject. Now, assuming na yung product natin sa problem 5 is not capable of uh, being sold in partial units, so ang sagot natin dito is 738, no? Whole units, no? So, hindi pwedeng mag-exceed sa 738, no? Pag naging 739 na siya, yung mawawalang unit sa regular sales dahil sa pag-accept sa special sales, edi dapat nang i-reject yung special sales. So, that is our analysis for requirement number 2. Now, for requirement number 3, sabi ay ganito, if Kakarot accepts the special order, the managers expect that they will lose 270 units at the regular price. Determine the price they must charge for the special order to generate an additional 200 pesos in revenue. So, ang magiging atake natin dito is kukumputin natin lahat ng expenses and losses related to the special sales. Tapos, ipapatong natin or i-add natin yung profit. So, doon natin malalaman magkano ba yung dapat nating singilin doon sa exporter na pinanggalingan ng special sales. So, first, ang una kong kinumpute ay yung incremental cost from the special sales order. So, how do we compute for that? Variable cost per unit na 120 or 1 pesos and 20 centavos multiplied by the number of units in the special sales order. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong dagdag na 1,920 na gastos na variable cost. Aside from that, may mawawala sa ating profit from the 270 regular sales. So, magkano ba yon? So, lost profit from regular sales. May mawawalang 270 units, then multiply mo yan sa 1 pesos and 30 centavos na contribution margin per unit of regular sale na kinumpute natin kanina dito sa number 2. Ito siya. Ito to. I'm highlighting it now with yellow. Ayan, yung 130. So, yun yung ginamit natin dito. So, multiplying 270 by 1 pesos and 30 centavos, that means we are going to lose 351 pesos from the regular sales. So, ito total natin yung dalawa, yung 1,920 at 351. So, the total losses and expenses from the special sales is 2,271 pesos. Let's add our target profit of 200 pesos. So, the total target sales from special order is 2,471. And then we divide that by the number of units in the special order. That means we must charge the exporter 1 pesos and 54 centavos per unit of special sales. Actually, hindi ako sure dun sa number 3 kung tinatanong ba niya ay total or per unit. But andito naman siya pareho. Ito yung total, 2,471. On a per unit basis, it's 1 pesos and 54 centavos. Now, well, that's it for requirement number 3. But meron akong konting notes dito. Throughout the problem, from requirement 1 to requirement 3, hindi natin isinama sa analysis yung fixed cost, whether avoidable or unavoidable. So, why is it so? So, ito yung ating explanation. Fixed cost is irrelevant in this scenario since no change in them is expected whether the special sales is accepted or rejected. I-accept mo or i-reject mo yung special sales, wala namang madadagdag or mababawas sa fixed cost. So, it's irrelevant. No? Hindi dapat isama sa analysis. And classification of avoidable and unavoidable does not matter. Okay? So, yung unavoidable cost, hindi naman siya mababago whether i-accept or i-reject. So, maybe a question will arise. How about the avoidable fixed cost? Avoidable fixed cost, kaya siya sinabing avoidable is, maa-avoid siya pag itinigil yung production. Pero dito kasi sa problem 5, hindi naman pagtigil ng production ang ating pinag-uusapan. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is kung i-accept or i-reject yung special order. No? Nagko-continue pa rin naman yung production dun sa regular sales. Meron lang pumasok na customer na special order yung hinihingi. So, the avoidable fixed cost is irrelevant in this scenario. No? Kasi hindi naman siya maa-avoid dahil hindi naman pinag-uusapan kung ititigil or hindi yung production. Okay? So, that's it for problem 5.